Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, May 18th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each of them. In doing the puja, we are connecting with those light beings and we are inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I've drawn the chart in chalk on a blackboard that's laying flat on a side table. Also, to do the puja, I have a container of water. I have a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. I take a few drops of water and put them on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space for the puja. I put a few drops of water on my own head to symbolically purify me, and I send a few drops of water into space to symbolically purify everyone, whether you're watching this live or later on a replay, so that we are all purified going into the puja. Next, we invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles and also is a patron of astrology. Om Sring Gung. Om Sring Gung. Om Sring Gung. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. And we ask him to remove all obstacles in the lives of the participants, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of our lives. We ask him to remove obstacles for all of us, now and always. And we thank him for his help with this. Next, we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we acknowledge the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day. Today is Thursday, ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now, we honor the star that the moon is in. Right now, the moon is in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power, or energy. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Now, we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. In my area, we are in the 14th waning moon, called Chadurdasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area here, we are in an hour right now ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Sobhagya, which has energies for good fortune. Sobhagya, Sobhagya, Sobhagya. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Sakuna, which has energies that can be devious. Sakuna, Sakuna, Sakuna. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. We start with looking at the sign that is the current ascendant, or the sign coming up on the eastern horizon right now in my local area. Ascendant is represented with the letters AC. All the other letters you're seeing are the first 2 letters of the various planets. The ascendant right now in my area is in a sign called Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. Dr. Pillai said we start this part of the puja with honoring the planet that rules the current ascendant sign, in this case Mercury, as a gesture to his importance at the moment. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant, we're going to go around the chart honoring all the planets. We'll go in a clockwise direction. We start in the ascendant, which does have a planet in it, which is Venus. We honor Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Ardra, a star symbolized as a teardrop of compassion. Om Ardraye Namaha. Om Ardraye Namaha. Om Ardraye Namaha. Now we honor the archetype that rules Ardra's star, which is Rudra, a fierce form of Shiva, in which he destroys negativities within and without. We ask for his blessings, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Rudraye Namaha. Om Rudraye Namaha. Om Rudraye Namaha. Ardra's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Matuna or Gemini, a zodiac sign with a great range of energies, today containing Venus, planet of love and beauty and joy, and enjoyment of material plane comforts and the arts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign, going in a clockwise direction that has a planet in it, is Karkata or Cancer, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Pushya, said to be the most spiritually auspicious of all of the stars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Pushya's star is ruled by Brihaspati, a form of Jupiter in which he is a tremendous spiritual teacher, so wise that he is even called the teacher of the gods themselves. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Pushya's star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Cancer, which is the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Karkata or Cancer, the most emotionally sensitive of all the zodiac signs, today containing Mars, a planet that is both a healer and a protector. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign that has a planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today has Ketu in it. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati. A star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, archetype who rules the wind and the air element, and also is the father of Hanuman. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto, who is retrograde and extra powerful. We honor Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 light beings who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, who is a planet that Dr. Pillai says can help with rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn. We honor Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satyabisha, a star symbolized as an empty circle, and a star with so much healing energy that its nickname is 100 Physicians. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Satyabisha star is ruled by Varuna, archetype who rules the rain and the oceans. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabisha star is ruled by Rahu. I put flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put more flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha, or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs. Today containing Saturn, a planet that helps with patience, compassion, structure, humility. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena, or Pisces, which today contains Neptune. We honor Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can give blessings to help us towards enlightenment, charity, purification. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put more flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the most transcendental and metaphysical of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and our ability to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Mesha, or Aries, which today contains Jupiter, Rahu, Mercury, the moon, and Uranus. Jupiter, Rahu, and Mercury are all in the same star, so we're going to honor all three of them before we invoke the star. I start with Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor Rahu for being in Aries. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor Mercury for being in Aries. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Jupiter, Rahu, and Mercury are all in a star called Ashwini, a star that can give blessings for speed and for healing. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins. They have the head of a horse and the body of a handsome young man, both of them. Their father is the sun. These two twins have tremendous healing abilities because their father is the sun, who is filled with life-affirming energy. We put the flower petals across Jupiter, Rahu, and Mercury. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Now we honor the planet. No, excuse me. Now we go on and honor the moon and Uranus, who are both in the same star. We start with the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Both the moon and Uranus are in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. We ask him to help us to be just and merciful towards others and for there to be justice in our world. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Nisha or Aries, a fire sign with very active energy, today containing Jupiter, planet that helps with spirituality and also can help with wealth and anything related to banking or legal matters. And Rahu, planet that helps us to think outside the box. And Mercury, planet that helps with communication, business, and our sense of humor. The Moon, planet that helps with our mind and our emotions and our receptivity to light. Uranus, a planet that helps with creative abilities, higher intelligence, success in life, and also astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on all of this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains the sun. We honor the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Kritika, a star symbolized as a razor or a cutter, and a star that has energies for truth, to help us to see the truth, speak the truth, live the truth, know the truth, value truth. We put the flower petals on the sun. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by Agni, the archetype who helps with the fire element. Om Agniye Namaha. Om Agniye Namaha. Om Agniye Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by the sun. I put more flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies, today containing the sun, which is our soul. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now I take a lit incense stick and I'm going to pass this in the air around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of air and also a sweet fragrance. Now I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take a raisin, a small fruit representing the earth element, and I circle this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later in the day, I'm going to eat that raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them all to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. I will be doing a fire lab tonight, a free fire lab on the Pillai Center Practice YouTube channel. Today in North America is Ascension Thursday in the Christian tradition. It's a celebration of Jesus ascending into heaven in a light body. And so we will be honoring that in the fire lab tonight. This will be on the Pillai Center Practice YouTube channel, live at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And of course, the replay will be available later if you're not able to make it live, if you wanted to watch it. Excuse me. Right now we have time if you wish to post a question in the chat. I will do my best to try to answer it. And tomorrow will be Saturn's birthday. If you have a picture or a yantra of Saturn, you may want to light a sesame oil lamp for him. He really likes sesame oil. Checking the chat to see if there's any questions. And not seeing any questions at the moment, which is okay. We don't have to have questions every day. I'll go ahead and close out the live stream then. We very much appreciate it when you click on the like button and when you subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel to grow. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all. Namaste. Swamini, I see a question in the chat. Tess is saying, are there Jupiter mantras? Yes, for Jupiter, the simple mantra for him is Om Gurave Namaha. One of his names is Guru. He has other names. Each of the planets has at least 108 names. And there is a book that has all the names and some beautiful commentary about each of those names. And tomorrow I can put the title and the author for that in the chat. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's a book where you can kind of open it anywhere and read a few of the names and reflect on them. And it takes you kind of into a deep place. Oh, Barbara's asking a question. How do you dispose of the flowers afterwards? Dr. Pillai had taught us when we use flowers or flower petals in rituals, if possible, we put them into like a stream or a pond. I'm here in the high desert. I don't have something like that nearby. So if you can't do that, you can put them and perhaps on the ground. So I have a spot in the on the property here where I toss them out onto the ground and the wind kind of carries them away. And they're going to kind of go back into the earth. If you, let's say you're living, let's say in a high-rise apartment and you don't have access to a stream or a pond and you don't have a yard, then if you have to put them into the trash, that's okay. But if you have, for example, something like a park nearby, and it's okay to maybe put them in a little bag and take them to the park and distribute them, onto the ground under the trees or something like that, that would also be okay. But if you can't, if you just don't have a way to let them go back to nature, if you have to put them into the trash, that's okay. It's not going to cause anything bad to happen to you. But they have been energized with the sounds, and so if we allow them to return to the earth or go into the water, that's a nice gesture on our part. Can I put in a flower pot? Yes, you could put them into a flower pot if you wanted to compost them that way, if that works for you. I have a lot of flower petals that I use every morning. I would overflow a flower pot, I think, pretty quickly. Oh, can I put in a flower pot as I'm doing it? Meaning, are you offering the flower pot as your flower? You could do that. If you just wanted to offer the flower pot as you're saying the mantras, I guess you could do that. You can modify this to whatever needs you have in your little area of, doing the puja. If you're doing it along with me, you can modify this in whatever way makes sense to you and is practical for what your situation is. You have permission to do that. It's not going to cause anything bad to happen to you if you're not doing it precisely the way that I am. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, a flower, a leaf even is acceptable, as an offering. So as long as you're putting your love and your joy into however you're participating with the puja, that's totally fine. If you're just listening to it in the background as you're folding the laundry, that's fine too. So however you want to participate with it, you're putting it in like a fertilizer. You're saying that the flower petals, you're putting them in like a fertilizer. Yes, you could do that, Evelyn, if you wish to. So Melissa's saying she lives in the city and she puts the flower petals on her windowsill for the wind to take away. So if you're allowed to do that and they're not going to bust you for littering, you're welcome to do that. I imagine a few flower petals blowing into the wind will probably be just fine as well. So those are all good questions. All right. So I hope that was helpful for you, reassuring to everybody not to have any stress with what you're doing. However you're doing it is wonderful. And I so much appreciate it that you show up. It definitely gets me out of bed in the morning because I know there's people that are going to be here, and I want to be there for you as well. Okay, namaste for real. I will be here again tomorrow, and I will also be on Pillai Center Practice YouTube channel tonight, North America time, doing the Free Fire Lab. We do one Free Fire Lab a month on that channel, and tonight is the night for that. Hope to see some of you there, or hope you can watch it on the replay later. Namaste.